Man, did y'all hear about NBA Youngboy? What happened to him?
No, what happened?
Man, they popped that dude. He did some fraud with prescription drugs. Like
What?
he getting prescription drugs and people names, had people dead people names and everything. So the feds picked him up, dog.
When was this?
Either today or last night.
Wow.
You know what?
So he making all this. I mean, he making all these
Yeah,
moves,
he got a ring out there, like prescription, like a group of people that would go and get these prescription drugs. And that's crazy. All that money that he got, bro.
You know what? And that is something that is so true. You know how they say you can't take the hood. You feel
Yeah,
me?
You can take a person out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the person.
Right.
What up? What up? What up? Y'all back again. We back again,
baby.
What's good,
Gentlemen
family?
and drinks. Hey, check this out. Before we start, you know how we start these shows. Make sure you like down here, subscribe, comment, and if you know somebody that want to hear this or feel that they need to hear this, subscribe it and hit that notification button so we can let you know every time we drop a new content.
Facts.
All facts.
Okay, so man, how we gonna kick it off?
Hold up, man. Hold up. Wait a second, man. What we sipping on tonight, fellas?
This is this Kevin Hart stuff, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is this? Grand Coromino?
Camino?
Tequila?
Oh.
Hey,
Tequila.
Kevin Hart. Bruh, we got you tonight. So
Oh, yeah.
we got you, so get us. You know what I'm saying? We gonna sip
Don't
on your
tag us, bro.
yeah, we gonna sip on some of this Grand Corino.
Hey,
Coromino. I'm sorry, bruh. No disrespect. You know
Hey,
you
we-
be outside.
hey, we might as well go ahead and pull up.
Go
might as
ahead.
well,
Go
might
ahead,
as
yeah.
well.
Before we even get started, man. So while my boy Dev getting everything started,
Yeah, you popping the
we're gonna
bottle
talk
open.
about we're gonna talk about the music business tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in the entertainment business for a minute. These guys been in the entertainment business for a minute. So we got some say so. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You don't
Yes,
have
sir.
to be Tupac or Biggie, or you don't have to be the Baby, or you don't have to be Lil Baby, or none of them to understand about this industry. You just have to understand. You just have to understand the business, and that's what we gonna get into. Hey man, make sure you get the engineer one, man. My boy Dada, man, because man, he helping us out, man. Hey, our sound engineer be on point, man. He
Hey,
be over there getting it
He a
in.
gentleman too. You feel me?
Yeah, man. And I appreciate you, bro. Hey, look
Ooh,
at
wee. Hey,
it's gonna be a show tonight, baby.
Wait, man, we getting lit tonight, boy.
Ooh-wee.
But yeah,
Oh,
man.
man.
Yeah, on this music, bro.
Yeah.
Where you feel like it's going right now?
Man, I can be honest and tell you this. From what I'm hearing,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I can honestly say I'm not gonna dog the game. I'm not gonna badmouth anybody doing anything, because one thing I like about music is entertainment. First off, you gotta remember it's entertainment.
Right.
It's not just all about now. You can't, what they say, when keeping it real goes wrong, when you put too much of your business off on a song. You know,
Right.
you gotta remember, man. Even in movies, when they do movies,
Right.
it's fabricated. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Even if it's based on a true story, they gonna still do what they doing. Like what's that, BMF?
Right.
You know,
Right.
this
Right.
could have, could not
Coulda
have
did-
happened.
Yeah,
but this could have
but it-
actually happened. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You have to use some type of common sense. You know, you can't implicate yourself trying to so-called keep it wrong. That trying to so-called keep it real.
Right.
I should say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't keeping it real. That's keeping it stupid. Yeah, I mean, you might as well go report yourself. So I mean, you have to
Man.
watch how you move. You know what I'm saying? The information that you put in the
Yeah.
actual music.
Right. Man, did y'all hear about NBA Youngboy? What happened to him?
No,
Okay.
what happened?
Man, they popped that dude. He did some fraud with prescription drugs. Like
What?
he getting prescription drugs and people names, had people dead people names and everything. So the feds picked him up, dog.
When was
Right.
this?
Either today or last night.
Wow.
You know what?
So he making all this. I mean, he making all these
Yeah,
moves.
he got
name.
he got a ring out there, like prescription, like a group of people
Yeah.
that would go and get these prescription drugs. And that's crazy. All that money that he got, bro.
You know what? And that is something that is so true. You know how they say you can't take the hood. You feel
Yeah,
you take a person out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the person.
Right. I mean, you know, dude, you can kind of look at how he moved, dude, from that world.
But dude is on like he out on bun, like
right.
And he gotta, you know, he can't go nowhere.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. He bout that life. It's hard to make that transition, and that's what happened.
He done,
especially
bro.
with where you got to think about it. He what he is. You feel what I'm saying? Like for instance, let's say you in them streets, you doing what you do, you move how you move. Let's say millions of dollars just fall in your lap. That don't change who you are. If you ain't got nobody in your corner, you know what I'm saying, to help you transition from that mind state to that business.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But what's so crazy, man, you know, I thought he was doing good because, you know, he moved to Utah.
Right.
Left Louisiana, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And from the looks of it, it seemed like he was just chilling at the crib, you know, doing his music.
Right.
Shooting videos. But I'm like, damn, dude. I thought he was gonna, be set free soon. He was headed that way.
Yeah,
I mean, because how much is he making? I mean, just off of YouTube alone, man. How many views do he get?
Man,
millions
of views,
right?
Yeah,
so it ain't no problem with money coming.
And that's what I'm saying. It ain't about the money. It's about the mentality.
It's
the mentality. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't smart. He ain't got nobody in his corner, bro.
Right. It's the transition.
Telling him the right, wrong,
and
nothing.
He may have people that's like, yeah, let's get it.
Let's get
it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. People that around him don't have it like that, and they're like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
you know
let's
what I'm saying?
eat.
Yeah. Just extra money. I mean, to him,
eat.
I got the money.
Because he the one that got the money. They ain't got the money.
He the money man.
The money. So if people around him like, yeah, put it in play. You know what I'm saying? I'm a foot soldier. I'm gonna make it happen. And so that's what happens. Because he already of that lifestyle.
Stupid, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what? What I can honestly say is them cats, you know, like him, they getting it though, man.
Yeah, they are.
They getting it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, even with me being in the business the way I am right now, I don't have to tell people who I've worked with or what I've done, but talent is talent. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at an artist like this, man, when I say they out here getting it, when I make moves, sometimes I don't need nobody else's opinion.
Right.
You know, some people might give me suggestions or ideas because sometimes people base your fears off of their fears. If they tell you something like, man, I wouldn't do that if I was you. Maybe they tried it and it didn't work.
See, but you know, a lot of people are afraid of change. Right. They probably so used to doing something this way because, you know,
that's true.
The state of music is evolving.
Right.
It's
changing.
Every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be something different next week or the week after that. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So you got to adapt to the change when it comes to music, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because whoever thought that we wouldn't have CDs and cassettes no more.
I know.
It goes straight to streaming. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right. You know what?
Go ahead.
Bro, you know what, Tick? I promise I never forget I was sitting in my truck. I was like, what's next? I was like, I wish I was into tech so I could see what was coming because I knew it was something. But the only thing I had in my head, I was like, but we kind of saw it, was the USB. And they were doing so much with the USBs. Mm-hmm. I said, we're finna be riding around, you know what I'm saying, in our vehicles with albums on USB.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I never even thought about streaming was the next road.
And you know what's so funny about it? When they went from cassettes to CDs, remember they had that adapter?
Right.
Where you had to get the little, you put we telling off on ourselves.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We tell our age.
But you know, you put the cassette off in there, and it ain't even telling off on us. It's talking about the cars. So you know when they didn't have CDs in it, you had the cassette you put in there with the CD player on there, and then you went straight to the CD player.
Right.
But now the cars that's coming out now, they don't have CD players.
Connect straight to the Bluetooth, baby.
Yeah, they don't have CD players.
None. But it's kind of good though.
That it is. But to speak on what you were saying, that Tick responded to with why you don't always, sometimes you make moves on your own because people put their fears on you. I say what I say to that is you have to be very careful because everybody does not possess wisdom. Most people can only think inside of the box that they can clearly see. And that's what limits them. They like, I can't even see that happening. But that ain't got nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with if you have all the pieces in place. I don't care if you can see the mansion or not. If I got 4 million bricks, I could build one.
Yeah, but see,
You feel what I'm saying?
let's talk about music as a whole, though. One thing I can honestly say, music is the soundtrack of life.
It is.
Whether it's rap, whether it's R&B,
right.
whether it's rock and roll, whether it's punk rock, whether it's jazz,
country. Now,
even
Beyonce brought that up
right.
to the forefront.
Music is music, and you got different genres, but music is music, right?
Yeah, but the ultimate thing about it's the message,
right?
Now, a lot of people criticize the way these guys live, and I heard about King Von and people like that. May they rest in peace, and they're very talented, but they keeping it real. But we stopped at in the studio.
Right.
But because of how they grow up, or because of what they're exposed to, they got to take it to that next level, man. I think I said that in the episode before, but
you know what? And you're right to piggyback off of that. It became a thing to say it and do it as well. Mm-hmm. See, and that's something that I blame on the culture. You see what I'm saying?
See, you ever heard of drill music, right? Y'all ever heard of that?
Right, yeah.
So you got
drill music.
Drill music. You know what that means, right?
No.
It got something to do with, shoot 'em up, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? It's like going on a drill.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying?
Wow.
So basically, that's been the thing right now. Like that's what they've been talking about a lot.
Right.
Okay. Running people down, and that's all you hear on the
It manifested from the mentality. See, you remember when you started hearing about he talking that, but he ain't really living that.
Right.
See, you can only talk about that so much before
because people gonna want to test you.
Yeah,
right?
before you
After
get a level of people who I'm talking about it and I'm doing it. Mm-hmm. Because everybody wants that certification, that badge. Yep. Oh yeah, I'm about that action.
But I'm thinking like, why?
Because
your ass gonna go straight to jail. Them feds watching them IGs.
You're right.
Yeah, but when they go to jail and come out, they go platinum.
And you're right.
Yeah, I know. And
you're right.
That's the culture.
Crazy,
I'm telling you.
You're
right. They go
platinum.
Platinum.
And that's because the culture needs to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact we don't like to really go into it, but all you hear about is, we shouldn't glorify this, we shouldn't glorify that, but that's what the culture does. Well, it glorifies that type of music. I forgot who that was. I don't know who it was, but I respected what they said, and I say that was real. He said, you talking about me talking about things that go on in the hood, but this is what I live. If you don't want me to talk about it, give me conditions where that's not the hood, and I won't have nothing to talk about as far as that is concerned.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different levels that play into it. You can't expect somebody to come up here and rap about, lollipops and rainbows, and they come from nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? My thing is, we need to hear about the things that's going on. We just don't need to glorify type of thing to have our youth thinking that that's the road to follow.
But see, a lot of people say that rap influence, the violence going on in the neighborhood.
They say that.
They say that. That's the ethos. That's the ethos of what they see. And I mean, it's the same as NWA. It's the same as any other group that speaks real. Public Enemy. Anybody that speaks real. Kendrick Lamar. Or J. Cole. They speaking from experience, and that's the good thing about the talent. They smart enough to make the business and the reality into a business.
Right.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, the cast is getting it. These YouTube sensations and these SoundCloud extraordinaires. Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying my biggest concern is what you doing with the influence that you're getting.
And see, and that's what I was speaking on when I was talking about the person. Just because someone instantaneously becomes extremely successful, that does not change them into the person that they need to be to handle that money. Just like when we was talking to the cat, who was it? The sports, when we had the sports episode. What was his name?
Chris.
They need to be coached and taught. You know what I'm saying? About money, and more so before that, if you take somebody out the gutter,
right,
who had to do what they had to do to survive.
For sure, yeah.
And you put $1 million in their pocket, what you think they gonna do?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So there has to be a transition. Until that transition is given and nurtured, well, they gonna do what they've been doing, because to them, that's ABC. That's nothing to figure out.
But see, a lot of these cats right now are going independent. Back then, record labels used to back all these artists that's coming out now. But right now, everybody's on this independent wave right now.
That's
and you know, they might get a label to push them, but the label will receive like 20%.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
21 Savage. 21 Savage did.
Yeah, 21 Savage doing
smart. That was so smart.
You think about it, man, that nigga making a lot of money because he getting everything,
he
bro.
getting the lion's share.
He getting all of that, bro.
I'm with that. But see, now that's what I like about the business side. Now that again, I don't knock a person the way they want to express themselves.
Right.
My question to you is, when you do a song, now these are for you new artists that's out there. I mean, because the seasoned artists or the artists that are in the business, they know this part. When you do a song, the first thing that you should not do is put it out and put it on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and all of that. If you don't have your BMI, there you go. If you ain't got your BMI paperwork, your ASCAP, or your CSAC paperwork,
you're giving away money.
Bruh, you giving out that free publicity. But if it goes viral, let's say you're interacting, you working with another artist. If that song goes viral, and you guys don't have your paperwork together, when the money hit the table, I'm gonna tell you, that's when the horns come out.
That's right.
You can be friends, but if that paperwork ain't done right, man, that's where the beef start. You know what I mean?
when we got Little Baby in the studio, the first thing his manager came, hey, we need to get this paperwork done.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying, to make sure these splits.
That's what that is.
It's you know,
split sheet, and they don't understand what a split sheet is. Explain what a split sheet is.
So basically, the split sheet is where you know, we decide how much that orders are going to get, and and basically we splitting the royalties from the song.
Right.
Okay.
So so after we get if the songs have 1 million streams, just say we make $500,000 from it, yes, he get 50% of that, right?
Right.
Because that's what the split is set up for. Right. So that's basically how that split works. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you getting featured on a song or anything, you got to make sure that you get your percentage. You know, because people don't understand that the producer got to get paid.
Right.
Shit, even whoever,
everybody who was on
everybody that's on the song, the writers,
singer, the writer,
all that.
Right. And everybody, you got to split it up for everyone to get what they're supposed to get.
And you know what? That's what I want to share right there.
Right.
Stop trying. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Stop trying to be friends in this business. You know what I'm saying? Most of the times, if you getting a phone call from an artist or if you getting a phone call from a producer, they like what you're doing.
Right.
Now, I'm gonna tell you where people really fall out, because everybody don't think like you.
Right.
You come in, you doing, oh, that's my homeboy, I'm gonna do it out of love.
Right.
Again, when that money hit the table, that's when the horns come out.
Right.
I'm not trying to say that everybody does that, but when you're trying to be friends, you get mad if it takes off and you ain't got your paperwork right, because people start rationalizing why should you make this money.
And that happened to a lot of producers too.
Right.
Because producers trying to get known, right?
Right.
So they just giving out beats.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But when it pop.
Yeah, hoping they like, oh damn, I got him on my shit, but they ain't got no paperwork.
Exactly, and this is what I say to that. Yep. This is what I say to what Mike just said, because that's a very, very good point. If you do that, do it expecting nothing. So if they do what they should do and they break you off, cool. But if they don't, you ain't sour about it.
Right.
Take your promo you got from it and keep pushing.
Yep.
But just know, if you ain't got no paperwork in place, they don't owe you nothing.
I think the most important thing is having that credit. Having a Drake or 21 Savage or anybody that your name is
attached to
it.
Right.
That's gonna promote you real heavy. People gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I need him."
Yeah, and I agree with you, because all publicity is good publicity, whether it's good or bad. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna jump off the subject right quick, but it's relevant to what we're talking about. Have y'all heard about that new show on Netflix called Good Times?
I saw it.
I haven't watched it.
Oh, bro, look, hold up. Let me tell you.
I haven't watched it, dog.
You gonna tune in by what I'm about to tell you, and this is what's gonna make everybody tune in.
Okay.
They made that Good Time so ghetto.
Oh yeah.
When I say ghetto,
they did.
Man,
wow,
you got the baby selling crack.
What?
The
my
baby
God,
selling
okay.
crack.
Selling
They don't
crack?
live-
Okay.
Selling
Wow.
drugs. Don't live at the house. And when I say baby, I'm talking about little bitty babies. And then not to mention they got a baby called the baby. They got a baby called Little Baby. Then they got one called Baby off of
Who produced that? Do you know?
Bruh, I haven't looked at the credits.
Okay.
But I looked at one episode. I'm like, really, y'all?
You know where they
I'm gonna
got
have
that?
to check. I'm gonna have to watch it, though.
Well, I don't know if he's the first one to do that, but that's who comes to mind first. But you know where they got that idea from about the baby. You remember Dave Chappelle did a joke. He said he was somewhere. I don't know if he was in a limo or whatever. But he was in the back. He was trying to score something, blaze up or whatever. And he said, "A goddamn baby was on the corner selling." It was a baby. So when you said
probably,
that, that's what it made me think about.
Yeah,
Okay.
bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that.
But
out.
I mean,
probably
you
got-
check it out. I
Ain't
mean,
no telling, probably got that
draw
concept.
you draw your own conclusion. Again, y'all check it out. We just having,
Already,
we just having
chopping it
casual
up.
conversation. But please, if you have anything that you want to add to this conversation, remember,
Comment below.
comment.
For
You know what I'm
real.
saying? Share it. We just want to touch in. We want to hit the vein of what y'all think.
We just tapping in with you.
Mm.
Look
Right,
here,
right.
whatever, however you
But,
feel. If you
yeah.
agree, if you don't agree, if you're upset, if you're happy, please, we want all that. We ain't
Yeah.
doing no tripping about it. Comment, let us know how you feel.
Right.
You want to ask somebody about something they said, comment, drop it, and
Don't be shy.
drop. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, we gonna get back at you. That's what we here for.
Yeah.
That's
So
what it's all
check
about.
this out, man. What you think about the streams? A lot of people saying that they ain't getting no money from the streams.
Man, it's like this. Now, what I'm noticing about the internet business and streaming, that's big business now.
Right.
And let me say, I'm gonna say on YouTube, let's say if you get 1 million views off of one video, that's about $10,000.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Don't sound like a lot of money.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you got 10 videos?
Right.
Each one of them got 1 million views on it, and every month you get a check for 100,000.
And more importantly,
We talking business now. See now,
Yeah,
fellas, I'm
right.
we trying to put y'all up on
put
some
you up
game.
on game because
Turn this into a business, because when people start following you and you got eyeballs
Right.
on you,
right.
you are now a brand. You're
Capitalize.
not just a person. You're not just
Mhm.
a rapper or a singer or a person or a YouTube personality. You are now a brand.
And
Right.
if you only have one video and you got how many views was
1
it?
million views.
You got 1 million views off of one video, that means your next video they waiting
People
on.
watching.
So you could turn
Yeah.
it into those 10 videos he was just talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
Free
now,
game.
now again, I'm gonna go back to, like I say, the business that we're in as far as music and everything. We used to have to get a whole camera crew.
Right.
You have to come in with the
Right.
4K camera. You got to come
Right.
in with the
Then
assistant
videos used
producer.
to be like expensive back in the day
Yeah.
too, dog.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, but you know what videos are made out of now, y'all?
Man, they using phones.
iPhones.
Yeah, if you know what you're doing, you can use the iPhone and make it happen.
Right.
This
Yeah.
camera, this iPhone is 4K. I do 95% of my business on here: graphics, videos, promotion, marketing. I don't even have to sit at my computer most of the time. You know what?
Right.
You know what I do sometimes, fellas? I just come up with a concept. I might be sitting at the house watching
Right.
TV,
Right.
and if it's something I want to do, I design it. I got a couple of programs and stuff on here. I use Adobe, so
Okay.
I use my Adobe subscription.
Right.
So I can go in here and I can get some 4K images, some
Right.
4K videos, and put it together in something like CapCut. Or if I'm creative, I can put it off in Adobe Rush and produce my own stuff. But
Right.
fellas, you don't have to hassle, or you don't have to come in and try to get everybody to do stuff for free.
Right.
You just got to get started.
Right.
And this is the best way to get started. But again, I'm talking about the entertainment itself, because I take pride in this.
Right.
Now, I do understand that you guys can get a beat from YouTube.
Right.
You can get a beat from Instagram.
SoundClick.
You can get all them, and you get the MP3. But let me tell you something. I'm an engineer, man. It boils my blood when your ass come to the studio with a 2-track and you want to do you want it to sound like an album. I'm like, bro, there's nothing I can do with that MP3 or that WAV file. You got to send it to me in stems. I'm trying to help y'all on this part, because I understand you might get the track for free, but why don't you negotiate with their producer from YouTube and say, hey, man, can I get the stems?
One thing that I learned, man, like back in our early days, we didn't really know that, right?
Right.
But, we used to separate. Now, when we learned the game,
Yeah.
we separated each track,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
that's where you're going to get the
ultimate mix.
the ultimate sound, the ultimate
Yeah.
piece of
You
it.
have to. You have
You know
to
what I'm
do
saying?
that.
And I remember, man, it was some producers from Louisiana, and I used to tell their ass.
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, bro, y'all gonna have to separate the
separate
sounds,
the
man,
sounds. You
because." But their argument was, man, if we separate the sounds, it's not gonna sound like the original.
That's
it
the
doesn't
point.
matter.
No,
Like
it doesn't.
And just to speak on that, that's because once you separate it, you have to mix them back to sound like the original. Because usually when they drop it on the board, they done already EQ'd this, put a little hall on that, did whatever they're gonna do. So they have the sound the way they want it. You know what I'm saying? So you break it down, you gotta snatch all that off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Make sure you got a good, clean strike that's stem.
Yeah.
And you EQ each one, and that's how you get that sound that you want.
And see, I'm a sound engineer, and I'm gonna tell you that's what I take pride in.
Right.
Anybody that has ever worked in a recording studio with me knows if you come in, I can give y'all a prime example. I used to work with this group out of Dallas, DSR, right?
For sure.
Before they got where they are, we started with Man Hold Up. They came in the studio. They were good. They were talented, but they didn't have the structure to put songs together. Right. So of course, being the engineer is all I was all I was supposed to do.
Right.
But when I heard it, because I take pride in the sound and the quality, I started showing them how to stack up, the choruses and how to, put your ad-libs on a verse and how to put a verse over here. I mean, they had the talent, but they just needed to have that kind of structure.
Right.
But as an engineer, we also had the stems, and this is where the beauty of sound reinforcement comes in. Right. Because if you got a stereo mix, it sounds good in your car, but when you put your vocals over the top of a mix that's already done, it's blended, but it's not blended like it really should.
No, it's not.
Now, if you take it and you take the stems and you bring them all out, being a sound engineer, I bring the volume down real low, and it's like it's like when you do sound, it's like putting it in 3D. You want the bass to be right here in your face. You might want the hi-hat over here. Mm-hmm. You might want another clap over here. Right. Or you might want sounds, vibrating or going from this place to this place. Right. That's where the beauty of engineering comes from. And, that's why I'm suggesting, take some time with your mixes. Engineers, if you have people that come in, just strongly suggest that they get the stems for it. You know what I mean? So you can be able to give them more of what they are getting. Because the song is probably already hitting. Right. But, I mean, when you put the vocals just on top of something that's already done, have some fun with it, man. This is a lot of people, they don't understand that terminology. They don't get it. But if something is already mixed, it's like it's already closed. Well, so when you come in and you lay it on top, so you have something already closed, and you just laid your vocals on top where you're supposed to be inside of that closure. To put it in layman terms. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what the mix is all about. You think about it like this. I always tell people when I was mixing, think about a space, right? Mm-hmm. Right. Everything has a space. So if this is right here, you can see it. That's right there, you can see it. Yeah. That's right there, you can see it. Now, if you got something on top of each other, well, you can't see that. And you can think about it like this. That's how you get what is it? When something is like if it's right on top of each other, it's not. There's no clarity. It's where there's no clarity. Clarity. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It causes when you go in the red. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, overload. When it overload. That's you get overload. So you want all the stems so you can get the mix that you want. So your music will sound like it's supposed to sound. Because I'm gonna tell you about something tell you about people who don't know nothing about that. They not gonna listen to it and say, oh, well, he got that. He didn't have the stems. He got that off YouTube. They gonna listen to it just like they listen to Dre. And they gonna be like, that don't sound right. Yep. It don't matter how much talent you have, however they feel when they get it, because if you don't know about it, you can't hear it. You don't know what you're listening to. All you know is that it don't sound right. Right. So, and my spiel on that is, like I always say, man, you've been doing it wrong for so long to now you think it's right. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you that's another challenge that I have with artists that come in the studio, and it's because they may have came to me with a song that they have heard over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. So when you try to come in and give them a fresh sound or a fresh set of ears, they so used to hearing
that they be like, they don't sound like the same without,
because their ears are conditioned to what they've already
been hearing. Yeah,
man.
Yeah. And that's true. And you know what? To piggyback off of that, you never go to the barber and tell him how to do his job. You didn't go get the license. His wisdom you need. Now, you can go in there and tell him what you want. I want this. And they can tell you, well, you know what?
Man, it been many times I showed a picture like, hey, can you cut my hair like this?
Right. And it's some people that
you gotta have a reference.
Your head not for that. or you shouldn't get this. You should. They know. So if you go to an engineer, they know what they're doing. It behooves you to listen. Give it a chance and see. You know what I'm saying? Listen to it and see. I guarantee you it's going to be what it needs to be.
Yeah. And you know what? It's a lot. I'm going to tell y'all, it's a lot of talented artists out there right now. New and upcoming. The ones making a comeback. The ones that you've never heard of that are very talented.
Right. There's a lot of them out there, bro.
My only suggestion, get your ass off that auto-tune, man. Everybody, man, I can take, I'm sitting now, I know y'all done heard this before. I can take all these artists and put them together and put them on one CD and they're going to all sound the same. Because all of y'all sound the same. And I'm not dissing y'all and I'm not talking bad about y'all.
They still using auto-tune, though?
Yes.
Bro.
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Shit.
You listen to what
you know what? And the problem ain't auto-tune. The problem is you don't know what you're doing.
They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
They don't know what they're doing. What I mean by
they trying to sound like what somebody else they heard on auto-tune.
What I mean by you don't know what you're doing, you can go in the studio, you could have it written, and you could spit it the way you wrote it. That don't mean that's how it should be. Now I'm talking about wisdom inside of the craft that you're using. That's what I mean. Because there's a time to use this and there's a time to use that. When you're putting that on everything because you think that that's what's hot, that means you don't know what you're doing.
Everybody sounding the same.
I mean, and just think about it. If everybody, I always used to say, bro, I'm gonna claim my spot like a polka dot. I want to stand out. You know what I'm saying? If everybody look the same, how they gonna notice you? Well, how they gonna see you? If you look like the other 400 people that's standing right next to you,
doing the same style,
how are you gonna get
same mumbling?
Yeah. You see all of that?
Well, here's how I like things. Man, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. There's nothing wrong. Sometimes when people imitate art, it's a compliment.
Right.
But sometimes you study so hard you sound like that other artist.
Well,
I mean, it's a good thing to compliment.
You right.
Yeah.
Wordplay. Yeah. I like wordplay. Y'all know I always say this. I like wordplay. It's one thing to be influenced by someone that you really like their craft. It's another thing to try to copycat their style.
Man,
so
you know what?
That's what we're talking about. You know
I hear artists in the studio out there every verse. Yeah. I'm like, okay, that's
their thing though. That's bro.
That's Drake though. That's Drake.
Thing.
You know what I'm saying? But that's his signature. Or you got Rick Ross to say, huh? You know what I'm saying? You got to have a signature. But listen, I'm not trying to stop y'all from doing what you're doing, but dig deep and find your own creative style because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. If you copy and you just so happen to sound just like another artist and you perfect them, guess what? Now you in the box. You can't go nowhere else. If you go somewhere else, you're going to lose your
Everybody going to say you sound like that person. They're not going to be like, take you like serious. Like, nah, he sounds just like J. Cole.
So. I heard T-Pain say on his little issue, he said, they get mad at me. He said, but y'all keep sending me the same shit. He said, you sound like Lil Baby. We already got a Lil Baby. We don't need another Lil Baby.
Exactly.
Lil Baby got that lane sold up. It ain't nothing you could do to get that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're influenced by him, that's cool. But I always say, this is the suggestion I always give. I say, okay, if you like the way they do what they do, that's cool. Take that and put your signature on it. You have to make it your own. Until you make it your own, until you personalize it, well, you just gonna be, you sound like such and such, and you're gonna get shelved. Because you already got one that already got the fame, I already got the clicks, I already got the hits, they already got it. It's sold up. Ain't nothing you can do with it.
Right.
And try to avoid the instant gratification. That's what it is. That's what you want. Let's call it. You don't want to put in that hard work. You don't want to see what it look like to put out a product that ain't nobody ever heard. And they be like, oh, man, I don't even like that. But you got to believe in that. Now, I'm going to tell you again, if it's new, people kill what they don't understand. But if you keep giving it to them, and if you believe into it, if you take a seed and you plant it and you keep nurturing that seed, after a while, they're not going to listen to everything you do when you first come out. They're not going to probably
another thing too, man. Artists gotta know that this music industry is 90% business, 10% talent.
That's right.
That's a drink,
real
right
talk.
That's right.
That's a drink because that's the true facts.
That's right.
You gotta know your business, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just can't just jump out there and don't have no business sense.
And I know a lot of you said, because I remember I was young, I said the same thing. That's why you'll look and you'll be like, you know what? He not even a fourth as tight as me, but he banging. That's because his business is in order.
Right.
Man,
That's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you market it right, you can sell shit. I'm just gonna give you the game. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's just how it go. But on that note, you was talking about everybody sounding the same.
Yeah.
An artist that I love and respect, bro. He need to get back on that mic. In the words of Andre 3000.
Man, that's my nigga, boy.
What? Boy,
That
it's
nigga
undeniable.
that be-
Ain't nothing
that
you
nigga
can
that be
say.
spitting, dog.
Bro, that dude there, phenomenal. He said, we got a bunch of repeat offenders. That's what he called them. Repeat offenders. Don't nobody want to be original.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just doing the same old thing. They
Same
just
old.
regurgitating the same old thing, same old thing. If you want to be one of the greats, you have to have your own style. You have to have your own, you know what I'm saying?
And you know who making that relevant right now? Jonah Lucas.
Yeah. Jonah tight.
Hey, man.
Jonah tight.
It's a video that he came out with where he was congratulating his homeboy. Now his homeboy was congratulating him.
Yeah.
For something about his success.
I think I seen that.
Then as the video keeps going, it turned into hate.
Right.
See, that's
You see what I'm saying?
He do stuff like that, bro.
Yeah, that shit, man.
Yeah,
that shit
man.
was tight, dog. I like
man.
that shit.
And you know what? I like people like Jonah Lucas because, like I said, when
He's a
he
true
got his
artist.
following, I think he started a business. God, what's the name of that business? I gotta look it up on Instagram again. But he started a business and he started getting people to come to his business. He turned it into more than just rapping.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you see him on a video in the studio with Will Smith. And
Right.
you see him in the studio
That's why I
with other
say
people.
90% business, 10% talent. Because
And he don't have a record deal.
these artists doing more than just rap.
Right.
Yeah,
It's a brand, dog.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
And
right.
you don't need a label for that.
Right.
No, you
You don't
don't.
need a label. Y'all don't need a label.
When the game changed with that www.com. See, we didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Now,
No
I never
social
forget.
media,
I
nothing.
never forget the first time I played.
He's speaking for himself, y'all. I know about that.
Hey, it changed, man. I'm talking about before, bro. But
Yeah, I'm
anyway,
messing with you,
yeah. I played checkers.
You make us sound like we on 8-track
Hey,
recorders,
man,
bro.
say, man, look, I'm just trying to
that-
give him some
we being
game,
honest,
you know
though.
what I'm
I
saying?
mean, no, real.
That's why I give him
real.
game. But
That's real.
the first time I played checkers with a 9-year-old Russian little girl, I never forget that. Never forget that. But that was off that internet. But see, that was things that you couldn't do. If you couldn't go to them, you know, you just like you had to. I remember we loaded up and we drove from Monroe, Louisiana to Houston, Texas.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't log on and get your.
But them road trips used to be fun, though.
Oh
bro.
yes, they were.
Man.
Oh yes, they
Used to
were.
love
Just
them
to,
road trips.
just to go to another city and people look at you like a star,
Yeah,
even if they
they
never
were.
heard of you, just because you coming in, because that's when
They
y'all
were.
was with Chopper at that point,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So when y'all step out, y'all lights camera action,
Hey,
you know what I'm
man.
saying?
Man, it just like, bro, it was.
It was love.
I mean, just to be invited. The radio stations come invite us.
Right.
They
Yeah.
feed us, put us in hotels,
Yeah.
signing posters, man.
It was cool,
man. It was. Yeah,
That hand,
that was the
that-
life.
nothing like that hand to hand.
It was
And
cool.
you know, as I said, man, when it's a business and you running the business and you got to get on that road, let me tell y'all, man, you got to shake some hands and kiss some babies, man.
You got to.
People
People
You got
like
to.
you know, even if you do
Right.
have a product, let me tell you something. You said something about that about females. No, you said that a woman can be as pretty as she can be cute, but if she got a bad attitude, she the ugliest motherfucker
That's
in
right.
the room.
That's
Right.
right.
That's the same thing with an artist, man. If you very talented, but your personality is garbage, trash,
Right.
you
You'll
out of
kill
there.
it.
You
And
might
you got-
get a
you
couple
got-
of you might get a
yeah.
couple of people to follow you, but
Right.
You got to work, man. You know, you gotta get out there and market, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just
You
can't
have
just
to.
sit on your ass
gotta
and think
push it.
that success gonna come to you.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do. You know.
Yeah.
You could have the most fire product in this region. If nobody knows, it's gonna sit in your living room. That's just
Yeah,
what
collect
it is.
dust.
Facts.
That's
So I
just
mean,
what it
yeah,
is.
that's why I say, man, with entertainment, y'all don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing. I mean, I'm really passionate. As I said, when I do talk to artists and they do listen, or producers and they are willing to listen. Now, don't get me wrong. I can learn from you just like you can learn from me.
Right.
I'm not
Facts.
closed minded to where I'm like, oh, you
Facts.
can't tell me nothing because
Facts.
I got to listen to these new producers
Right.
because some of them got some ideas.
Right.
Like I was one of those producers. I was against Fruity Loops.
Mhm.
Could not stand Fruity Loops because I'm so used to working with musicians. I can bring. I'm used to
He
working with a
talking
musician
about,
that play
yeah,
keyboards,
actual
that play
play.
leads.
I got you.
Man,
I
these
see what
niggas can
you're
take a
saying.
patch and put this together with this beat and loop
Yeah,
this.
motherfuckers just got
and
a
it's
laptop,
song.
right?
Man, cats doing beats in 15 minutes now,
Yes,
man.
they are.
But they coming out bangers though. So I mean, like I said, I can learn
Right.
from them.
Right.
At first, I was totally
But
against it.
see, remember our early conversation? Learn the advance of the technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it
You
is.
see, that's what I'm saying. People are stuck into the old, but
They don't
every
wanna
day it's
transition
new
into the
technology
new.
just
That's
coming
right.
out.
Facts.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to
And
use.
there's nothing wrong with
you
it,
got to
man.
adapt.
You got to use what's available
it's
to
nothing
you.
wrong
Right.
with it. Boy, what
Right.
Mike Will made it. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you got some producers out there that's hitting them. But again, like I said, I have seen producers. I've sat there and watched them. Like, if they had to make a beat, man, them cats would sit in the studio, put a loop together in 15, 20 minutes. All right, Mike, I'm ready to track the beat. I'm like, what?
Right.
I used to take 2 hours to do a beat.
I know.
I used to
We'd
be
be in the room.
Man,
Hold up.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
now it's point, click, copy, paste, delete, mute,
That's
accent.
right.
But you can be done in 15 minutes. You can have a whole song. Nothing wrong with that. Period. I used to have something against it, but now I'm like, that's increasing the surplus.
Right.
But I mean, again, when you giving them these beats, I will say, man, some of these tracks they start because they put them together so fast and so frequently.
Right.
They start to sound the same.
Right.
That might be their producer signature, but at the same time, they starting to sound the same.
And and you brought up a good point. That's a good point. That's when it's going to be critical if your sound is in demand. I'll say that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's just like Twister. When I listen to Twister, when I pull that up, it's because I want to hear that rapid fire flow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to hear that, I wouldn't pull Too Short up. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I go there when that's what I want. So if you are 100% at what you do, then your signature is cool. Cause everybody can't be a Skittle pack.
True.
You see what I'm saying? So you have to play to your strengths. Now, if you can do that, well, you just on another level with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But do what it is that you're good at doing. It is very important because that's where the that's where the quality gonna come from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And, hey man, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, for me, it's the message. It's always the message. And I remember listening to an interview with Tupac. I tell people this all the time. Tupac said he figured out the music business. He did. It ain't got nothing to do with the Illuminati. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. What Tupac did was...
Do you think he figured it out while he was with Suge Knight?
He figured it out way before then.
Way before then? Okay.
Because what Pac did, he put his ear to the street.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So he took somebody else's life and he wrote about it. And he accented and he expressed himself so well, you thought it was him.
Right.
You know, if you hear some of his friends and some of his older interviews, that's the first thing they would say when Pac was talking about his homeboy Kato. That was his homeboy's friend. But Tupac made him a universal person. I didn't even know who Kato was.
Right.
I'm like, who is Kato?
Right.
But you took that and you made that a vicarious person because everybody in every city had a Kato.
Right.
Or even with, and I'm just telling y'all, these are the stories that I like.
Right.
When you keep your ear to the streets, and that's what the artists that are doing now. That's like, granted, that's what they doing. They here in the streets and they putting it on the streams and everything.
Right.
But you still got to be able to separate the two. You got to be able to separate the two because this is business, man.
It's a business.
You shouldn't make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month and you still watching your back and you still out here, doing everything that's gonna get you locked up.
A lot of
artists
watching their back for real.
And young NBA Youngboy, I think when I looked at an interview on him, they were saying this boy was making off of YouTube alone $400,000 a month.
Right.
What you need prescription?
Man, that dude dropped 6 projects last year.
Right.
Back to back, like. Ooh. And when I look at that, I mean, I ain't mad at him,
right?
Because people gonna stream that shit.
Oh yeah,
that ching ching,
money.
Right?
That's
so the more songs you drop, the more money you gonna get.
Right.
That's how that works.
Exactly, because they can stream. It's just
But he's still smart enough to capitalize on it by getting his YouTube page.
You're
Listen, artists, get you a Facebook page. Get you a Instagram page, a TikTok page, a YouTube
Snapchat,
page.
all that, all the social media.
You want to interact with people, man. You don't know where it's gonna come from.
That's
You might get 2 likes on Facebook, 20 likes on Instagram, 100,000 views on YouTube.
That's right.
But you gotta have it everywhere because I'm gonna tell you, business is business. Once you blow up, I'm gonna tell you exactly what people gonna do. When they hear what you've done to blow up, they're gonna go back and listen to your whole catalog.
And another thing too, man, TikTok been blowing up artists as well. Like people doing their little TikToks with songs. Yeah. So they could, I mean, they get money from that as well. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it could be anything. It could be a TikTok dance. It could be anything. Somebody making a video to your song,
bro. That's what I heard. Akeem Ali. Have y'all heard that dude?
What song
He's
you
an
saying?
artist. Bro, he got a lot of, he got that pimp swag about him, you know what I'm saying? But dude is fire.
I think I know it. He got a fro.
Yeah.
I know. Man, I followed him the other day.
He fire.
Yeah, that nigga lyrics. Hey, that nigga be saying some shit, boy.
Y'all see how it works?
Yeah.
Word of mouth. Man. I ain't never heard of this artist, but word of mouth. Now I want to check him out.
Gotta go check him out. Akeem Ali, man.
Akeem
dude
Ali.
is.
Hey, that nigga got
I ain't never heard
that nigga got that pimp flow and it's smooth as hell though.
When I heard him, I said, "Oh, I got to get in the with this dude."
Right. Yeah,
bro,
he be
nice.
spitting, dog.
Yeah.
Akeem Ali.
Yeah.
He on YouTube.
Yeah, look him. IG.
He
probably on YouTube.
Yeah, he on YouTube too. Cause I subscribe to it, so when he drop it hit my phone.
Yeah.
Hey,
I like him, dog.
Dude is nasty with it, man.
Yeah, he nasty with it, bro. He be. I was listening to him the other day. I said, "Damn, you listen to the nigga what he saying?
What he be saying, bro?
I said, "Damn."
I'm gonna follow him, man. He got right now. He got 632,000 followers.
Oh, he a beast, man.
That's him.
He's a true artist, man.
I'm checking him out.
Saying? He nice, dog.
Yeah, when you get a chance.
Does he sing? What is
he
rap?
rap?
He rap.
He
when
rap.
you get a chance,
okay.
Hey, listen to some of his songs, bro. That nigga be saying some shit, dog.
He do. He real lyrical.
And you know what? Again, he ain't signed to a label. This is him doing his own thing.
Yeah,
this
independent.
His own style, his own brand.
Yeah.
That's right.
The fact that he just got your attention on that lets me know. You know, when you speak that language to a fan, you got a fan. As long as you keep doing and you serving them that crack, they gonna keep coming back to you.
Keep coming back.
You know what I'm saying? Metaphorically speaking.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna get into this guy, man. I followed him, man. I'm gonna check him out.
Already, Akeem Ali. Boy,
Akeem, if you want to come on the show, hey, come out, let you
hey,
know.
Gentlemen and drinks, man. Hey,
seats, dog.
like, subscribe, share.
Pull up with us, baby.
Yeah, for sure.